Welcome to day 4 of digital learning for pre-AP Bio. So happy that, well, I was going to say to see you, but you could only see me, I can't see you. Hopefully you Zoom call me during class so I can see you. Today is going to look a little bit different. I tried to organize it so it makes a little bit more sense and it flows a little better. You let me know what you think. If you find something works or doesn't work, just send me a message. But to get us started, let's think back to our riddle from last week. I know it was all the way from Thursday, but the question was, what has a head but no body? The answer, a coin. A quarter, a dime, a nickel, a penny. They all have a head, but they don't have a body. You're welcome for that one. Share it with your friends, your family. Today's riddle is, what can fill a room but takes up no space? My hint for this one is think about photosynthesis. Think about it. All right, that's your riddle. As always, throw it in your worksheet somewhere. Message me. People have been doing that. But what do you think? What can fill up a room but takes up no space? All right, so today we're going to be starting our new unit, Unit 4. It's our last unit of pre-AP Bio. And we're going to dive into even more detail and explore DNA. Specifically, we're going to be looking at DNA replication and DNA, how it relates to protein synthesis. However, before we can dive into the specifics, we have to understand the basics of DNA. We will begin with this unit with the discussion and studying of DNA and how the model of DNA evolved. There's a lot of scientists involved in this process, and so we're going to today and for the next couple of days talk about the scientists that were involved and contributed their knowledge to the discovery of DNA, because at the time it was pretty unprecedented, all the research that they found using they're pretty simple tools. And so to begin our lesson today, we're going to do something we haven't done before and listen to a podcast. Before I get into that bit, I want to walk us through folders class just to make our lives just a little bit easier. And so to do that, I'm going to share my screen with you. And Monday folder, make sure as soon as you're done watching this video, please do the attendance assignment. I do that in the first 20 minutes to make sure that I mark you present for the class. Followed by the daily digital workflow. I think many of us are skipping this. I want to really urge us to. This has everything that I'm doing. It also tells you how I'm grading, whether it's completion, whether it's for accuracy, like your exit ticket today is accuracy. So make sure you just take note of that. Also, all of these links work. You can go straight to the assignment from there. Followed by the worksheet. Today's video, as you probably noticed, there's going to be 2 videos. The one you're watching now and the one that's going to come after Chargaff's rule worksheet. Make sure you watch that, but after you finish complete part 1 and 2 of your worksheet. Because there are notes, there's information you need to know in order to complete part 3 of your worksheet. Then you'll go back to your worksheet, finish that, make sure you submit it. I really want to urge, press the submit button. It's actually in the corner. Because that's how I grade my work. If it's not submitted, I'm not grading it. So make sure you do that. In the video, I also talk about a PowerPoint. If you want to follow along, you don't have to. It's there for your reference. Followed by your exit ticket, which needs to be done at the end of the class. It is not technically due until the next day at 8:30, but get it done as soon as possible. But that's just the general flow of class. So to start us off in our worksheet, you're gonna listen to a podcast. If you click on the link, you should open up to a page that looks like this. Press play. There are specific parts I want you to listen to. So listen for the up to 220, this time frame here and this one there. As you listen, I want you to think about who are the scientists involved? What are they discovering? And thinking about this key focus. The politics of discovery often gets in the way of discovery itself. So how does the world sometimes get in the way of science? And we see it all the time now, and we definitely saw it a lot back then. In particular, thinking about who gets the credit for science. It's going to come into a really, really big part of the structure of DNA and what we know today, and who we say discovered it versus who actually discovered it. So do podcast reflection. After you're done with that, continue down, complete section part 2, the inquiry, and then stop, go to the other video, and then come back. Sorry, still trying to figure out this whole thing. As always, you're amazing. Reach out with questions, concerns, message. You guys have been really good about that, but you're all amazing. I also understand if you have a little bit of a lag because of internet. Mine has been doing that. So take your time. It's not due until tomorrow at 8:20. You're amazing. Stay awesome and stay safe.